Ma, Czar, Rupp. Delicious.
Shrimp and mussels with a coconut cream sauce. Man, this is really something you should try. The coconut cream sauce is really versatile and can be used with any seafood for that matter. Delectable and elegant, I'm sure your family and friends will love this dish. For this dish, I like to use cooked mussels and peeled jumbo shrimps, as well as sweet cherry tomatoes and some spinach. And of course, the star of this dish, the coconut cream sauce. In a previous episode, we already showed how to prepare this sauce, but we'll give you a replay of that here. So this is how we make our coconut cream sauce, which we can use in all sorts of seafood dishes. So first thing to do is to mince some onions, about 3 medium-sized onions. So I'm making a big batch because I'm gonna use this sauce in 2 other dishes later on. Then you will need to peel a good amount of ginger, like this, and cut it like so. In a pan, pour in some olive oil and about 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. Next, pour in the onions, then the ginger. Now remember, if you want to make just a small batch, just adjust the quantities accordingly. Just saute them together for a few minutes until the onions are fully cooked. Now next is an important technique. Pour about 1/3 cup of fish sauce, don't stir it, and just let the fish sauce burn and char up. That charred fish sauce will give a nice smoky flavor to the dish. Then we deglaze all that with about 3 cups of beef broth. If you don't have beef broth, then just use water instead. But you can easily find all sorts of broth in the supermarket. Then to amp up the flavor, we add this chicken bouillon. I didn't have the beef bouillon, so I used chicken instead, and it works the same. So just continually mix it up and let all the flavors come together. Now pour in 3 cans of coconut cream. Now notice that I said coconut cream and not coconut milk. Let me explain a bit about the difference between coconut cream and coconut milk. Well, basically coconut milk is less creamier than coconut cream. So for this dish, we want the creamier one. If you only have coconut milk, then use 4 cans of coconut milk instead. So just mix up the coconut cream in the sauce. Then season with pepper and no salt because the fish sauce is already salty. And let it simmer in low to medium heat. Then add 1 piece of Anaheim pepper. This is the Anaheim pepper, and it's really not that spicy, but it gives a unique flavor and aroma to the dish. If you want it a little sweeter, just add a pinch of sugar to the sauce. Then we need to thicken the sauce with about 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Mix with a little cold water and dissolve it thoroughly. Then slowly add it to the sauce, mixing it constantly and thoroughly to thicken the sauce up. You can add more cornstarch as desired if you want the sauce thicker. Now I think that is already perfect. And with 3 knocks without, our sauce is done. Just store it in a container for use later. We now have our coconut cream sauce ready. In a wide pan, pour some olive oil. When the pan is hot, sear the shrimp. We're not going to cook this all the way through. We're gonna let the coconut cream sauce cook the shrimp when we add it to the pan later. But first, some salt and pepper. Then add some coconut cream sauce, however much you like. But if you ask me, put in a lot of that sauce. That's gonna be really yummy. If you want it spicy, just cut up some Thai chilies and add it to the dish. Then add the cooked mussels. You can buy these cooked mussels frozen in the supermarket, but if you're using uncooked raw mussels, make sure to add the mussels together with the shrimp at the onset to give it time to cook through. This is a quick simmer only, as you do not want to overcook the shrimp and mussels, and the shrimp particularly cooks quickly too. Now add some spinach and some sweet cherry tomatoes. And in about 30 seconds, this dish is done. So turn off the flame and remove the pan from the heat. Now let's try to plate this gorgeous dish. Now that is simply beautiful.